Hello and thanks for joining us on Encore. Coming up on today's Music Roundup. He's come a long way since his days in the classroom. Rapper Schoolboy Q's back with a fourth album of West Coast hip-hop featuring guest star Kanye West. The men who revived punk for the 1990s, Blink-182, have taken a trip to California for their latest record. And Long May She Reign, French pop darling Christine and the Queens is expanding her empire with chart success across the channel. Well, for all of that, I'm joined by our music critic, Mariam Saab. Hi, Mariam.
Hello, Olivia.
Now, let's start with some West Coast hip-hop, why not? American rapper Schoolboy Q, he's back with his fourth studio album, Blank Face. What's new here?
Now, while Q is a major player on the new West Coast, he's not playing around on Blank Face. As part of rap super crew Black Hippie, we're talking about Kendrick Lamar, Ab-Soul, J-Rock. Q has been on the cutting edge of West Coast rap with LA-based Top Dog Entertainment. Don't hold out for any posse cuts on Blank Face, though. We haven't had one of those since J-Rock's Vice City. It goes as far as Kendrick Lamar dropping some background vocals and producing on a Malcolm X-inspired track by any means. Not to worry though, because Q packs enough heat of his own on this record. We've been waiting for this since Oxymoron a few years back, after which he took a little bit of time out for some daddy duty. But Blank Face doesn't disappoint. It's got enough gangster rap and cameo muscle to keep us hooked the whole way through. Like one of the best new MCs out there, Long Beach rapper Vince Staples, who broke through last year with his brilliant record Summertime '06. We cut to the East Coast with Jadakiss on first single Groovy Tony, where Q channels the original gangster Tony Montana, like Biggie, Jay-Z and Nas before him. Now, also there's one of rap's OGs, also he says, Kanye West busts in on that part, which is Cali slang for, like, you know. And I've got to say, this one is on repeat on my playlist. It's about Q's leap from rap star to gangster. Oh no, sorry, let's go the other way around. From gangster to rap star, although you need a little bit of gangster to be a rap star.
Rags to riches or riches to rags.
That's right. He says, few million made and still ain't changed. We're going to have a look at that now. This is that part.
Me no conversate with the fake. That part. All my bitches independent bitches. That part. I just want the paper. That part. All my bitches flavor. Yeah. That part. That part. Okay. That part. Beggars can't be choosers. Bitches ain't Chipotle. Nigga with an attitude, I feel like oh shit. Walking, living legend, man, I feel like Kobe. I just left the strip club, got some glitter on me.
Now we're staying on the West Coast, but in name only, I'd say, quite a different style. This record's called California by Blink-182. This is their seventh album. Is this a return to form?
Well, Blink are back on top of the Billboard alternative song charts for the first time in over a decade with lead single Born to Death. Now, drummer Travis Barker says that they're one in 28 countries with what could be this summer's anthem. Let's have a look at Born to Death.
Well, it certainly sounds like the old Blink-182, but there is a bit of a new lineup.
Yes, founding member Tom DeLonge, who was, I think, the band's funny bone and that whiny voice behind 90s anthems like All the Small Things, is out, and Matt Skiba of Alkaline Trio is in. Now, Marcus Hopper and Travis Barker said they just couldn't get him to commit to a studio session to put this record out. But he says, and I'm not even kidding here, that he has been too busy working on a top secret UFO machines project for the government.
So that's one to watch.
Yes, but messing with the legacy of such an iconic band like Blink-182 is always a risk. But this record proves that they've still got legs, even without Tom DeLonge, although I'm holding out that he's going to come back. Now, Blink may be family men in their 40s, but they've still managed on this record to capture that juvenile joy that made them the class clowns of 90s punk. The very antithesis of the Backstreet Boys. Remember, they put 90s punk on the radio. They made it funny. They made it mainstream enough to tracklist on the soundtracks of 90s TV and film classics like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, American Pie, and Can't Hardly Wait. Just even saying these names is making me so nostalgic for my teen years. Now, 21 years and 6 albums later, not much has changed aside from I don't think I ever want to see anyone making out with a beach telescope again like Tom did on All the Small Things. Or do I miss him?
Yeah, well, maybe it's definitely the sound of a generation. Now we're moving to a new release from France. Fakir is an artist who's been getting plenty of attention for his new album, his debut album, Animal. That was after a few EPs got him noticed. Mariam, tell us a bit more about Fakir.
He's definitely been breaking new ground. Fakir is a bright spot on the electro scene, although he says that he doesn't belong to the French scene per se, rather to a generational push of electronic music worldwide. Hailed as a prodigy by local media, he's been making waves on the summer festival circuit with his mesmerizing brand of trip-hop, a marriage of electronic and acoustic elements. Fakir's latest LP, Animal, takes listeners on a journey inspired by one of my favorites, Rudyard Kipling's story, The Jungle Book. One of its most wild tracks, Shere Khan, is actually named after the villainous tiger from the tale. Now, this record really takes us to another world, something removed from human civilization. The artist wanted to capture the essence of the jungle and particularly the cries of the animals through his music. He's been very outspoken actually about what he calls his greatest inspiration, his girlfriend of 1 year. She's an art therapist, and he says that she opened him up. He was once, really squared off, hyper rational, to this world of spirituality, inspiring him to make music rooted in his imagination, music that heals. Let's go there now with Fakir. This is Animal.
Now, we're staying with local talent. She's already a massive star here in France. Christine and the Queens is now she's getting a lot of attention, and she's in the spotlight across the channel for the record Chaleur Humaine, which translates roughly as human warmth. It's doing really well in the UK right now.
Well, it was only a matter of time, wasn't it? After spending most of the last 2 years in the French top 40, Héloïse Laetitia is having her moment across the pond, like Daft Punk, David Guetta, Jean-Michel Jarre before her. Chaleur Humaine has hit the top of the UK iTunes and Amazon charts. It's been reworked, some of the French lyrics have been translated, and a few English tracks have been added. So what sets her apart? Well, Laetitia is redrawing gender lines. She's emerged as this pansexual pop icon. I mean, Christine and the Queens, from its inception, was inspired by a group of London drag queens. Politics aside, though, the music itself stands. It's very easy on the ears, it's listenable, beautifully written pop, and she's got the media talking. Laetitia charmed viewers on the UK's Graham Norton show, and she also managed to charm audiences at Glastonbury. In May, she was at number 85 on the UK album charts and rose to number 6 the week after Glastonbury. Also, her views were up 66% on Spotify. Now, the question is this the beginning of a love affair with Christine and the Queens, or a French summer fling for the English? Only time will tell. For now, we're going to have a look at the single Burning Up a Storm in the UK. This is Tilted.
Ain't promise, brothels and mended souls. Trample over beauty while singing their thoughts. I match them with my euphoria.
Moving now to a very different kind of female vocalist. Fergie has been out of the limelight for a while after her stint with the Black Eyed Peas and solo work as well. She's gearing up for a comeback with a new video. Now take us through this, Mariam.
Well, she also took time out to have a baby, and now she's back and making motherhood reign, we could say, with MILF money. Now, the Duchess gave the MILF acronym a feminist shake-up. The acronym is from the 90s, by the way. We've got a bit of a running theme on this show. She's turned it into Mums I'd Like to Follow instead of the more X-rated reading. It's all about empowering women to have it all, to have the career, family, and why not throw in a little bit of sex appeal? An all-star cast of celebrity mums join the Duchess on this one, including Kim Kardashian, Chrissy Teigen, Alessandra Ambrosio, and more. And as a mum of two myself, I'm all for a hot mum summer anthem that'll leave you asking, got MILF?
Well, thank you very much for that, Mariam. We'll leave you with Fergie's ode to dairy products and perhaps hot mums. Remember, you can get more music, arts and culture on our website, on course also on social media. There's more news coming up on France 24 after this.